27. It doesn't matter what I've been through. I should grow up too, but I still act like I'm 11. I'm not emotionally sound since I left you. And no, I don't like to be the bad guy. I won't be surprised if I'm the last one now.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name's Asselin, and right now it is around 8:42 and I need to leave like right now because I'm meeting Griffin at a place because I need to bring him back here because he's dropping his truck off to get worked on. So we are like maintenance, I guess. I don't really know if it's getting worked on per se, but I'm going to go meet him, and the reason I'm like actually ready and everything, which I know is like not something I normally am at this early in the morning. We're going to get some pictures that I have to get for a brand deal for my sponsored stuff with Kalia on Instagram, which is where my fit is from, and we're gonna do that at a coffee shop that's on the way back that I really wanted to go by. I actually haven't been to a coffee shop since my last like weekend in my life that I recorded, which was not last weekend but the weekend before that. So this is the next one we're trying on the list, and luckily I'm vlogging, so we're gonna go by Grinders. It seems like really Instagrammable and cute and everything, and it has good reviews, so we figured we could like just snag the pictures there on the way back just to have somewhere to get these pictures taken, and then we're gonna come back here and I have to study, of course, because you know, CPA things. So I'm not gonna bring my camera with me, especially because I don't want to like leave it in the car, and I don't have I need a purse that I can carry my camera in, because I feel like I have to like physically carry it everywhere I go, and I would love a purse that this whole camera could fit in, because the microphone little windbreaker thing is so big and it does not, like the whole camera does not fit in any purse I have. So I would like to have something like that so I could take it with me, but we will go on my phone. That's what I have a 12 Pro Plus Max whatever for, so that I can do this as part of my job.
Had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down, down, down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. Don't know how it feels to be someone you love.
Okay, we just got out of Grinders, and I got the, I don't remember what it's called. It's called White something, and it was like a CBD drink, but I got it without the CBD just because I don't want CBD at like 9:40 in the morning when I still have work to do. But it basically has like brown sugar and white chocolate syrup, I think, and oat milk and espresso, and it's literally so good.
Iced vanilla latte with oat milk.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second.
It sort of shares a space with this CBD place, and
no, which
is really cool.
They own both.
Okay, they own both. But Grinders is really good. It's just really, it's small, so I don't think I'd ever work here. I would come back because this coffee's really good, but you can do curbside pickup, so that's probably what I would do. The inside's super cute, as y'all saw, but like the parking, it's so hard to get into here, especially if you're coming from that way. And even if you're coming from this way, it's really easy to miss because this is their only like sign really, and then on the building there's no like sign in the road, and Google or Apple Maps will take you down that street, and it's not down the street and you can't park down there. So anyways, we're gonna go run by Walgreens, and I think run by the post office for me to ship some returns. Okay, we just got home. I filmed this clip earlier, but the lighting was really weird in here, so I was showing y'all what I'm wearing, which it's just this tank from Kalia. It's really cute. To show y'all the color, it's like this beautiful baby blue, but we went and we got pictures by the post office. I sold my Lululemon Define jacket to my friend because she really wanted one, and I was like, honestly, I have two and I don't wear one of them ever, so I just like sold it to her, and I just shipped it to her, and I had to return a pair of shoes that I accidentally bought in the wrong size, and my foot like randomly grew over the last year. I don't know if I've said this in a vlog before, but I was like a solid like 8.5. Some shoes I can be like an 8.5 in, but Nikes especially, I need a 9. And I got these shoes, which are really cute. They're Jordans. I will leave them link down below if they still have them, and the blue on them is the exact same color as the blue I'm wearing right now, which is really cool. They're a little big, but my foot doesn't come up at all in the back. It's just like I had to tighten them. I have a little bit of extra room at the toe, but not much. But like wearing like my socks, my like heel doesn't come up or anything, but I can tell they're big, and I know that they look big on my feet because I'm not used to it. But
Gets me down. I let it slip somehow. I let it slip somehow. So this This is 27. Start the music, kill the silence. Let my mind rest. Pour a drink, cause it's effect.
Okay guys, I just finished doing a module in multiple choice for Reg, and I am on module 3 of Reg 7, so I have one section left because Reg goes through Reg 1 to Reg 8, and then each section has like anywhere from 4 to like 7 modules. So that's where I'm at, and I know that probably sounds like I'm almost done, which I am almost done. I just haven't done any sims yet, and I figured now would be like a good time for me to explain how I'm studying, because I've gotten a bajillion questions about how I'm studying for the CPA. And if you're not interested in this, just like skip forward to whatever time I put on screen. My good friend that I'm like best friends with, she already took Reg, and she's like halfway through her exams, and she got a 96, which I'm not aiming for a 96, I'm aiming for a 75. And she sent me her like study schedule and study plan because she knows like we study similar ways, so she thought it'd be helpful. And basically my first week of studying, I did 3 sections, so over the span of like 5 days I did R1 through R3, and basically I'm going all the way through, only doing lectures and all multiple choice questions. So the second week I did, which was another 6 days or 7 days, I did all of R4 and R5 lectures and multiple choice, and then I took 2 days to review those just because they're just big like tax structure sections. And the third week, which is what I'm on right now and getting towards the end of, is the remaining 3 sections, R6 through R8, watching all the lectures, doing all the multiple choice. And these last like 3 sections are mainly like business law and stuff like that, so they're not as computational. And I'm trying to like review once or twice a week of the stuff I've already done, whether that's looking back at my notes, rereading, just typing up what I've gotten wrong on multiple choice, because I basically, as I get things wrong on multiple choice, I will take note. If it was a stupid mistake, and I know it, then I like move past. But if it's something that I just like can't really remember, I need to stick, I will jot it down on like the last page of the section. So like, as you can see here, this is like the last page of this section, and then these are like the 3 things that I really needed to like ingrain in my memory. And then tomorrow or the next day, depending on what day I do it, I'll go in, and for the modules I did today, I will go to the section, end of the section before a new one starts, where I have my notes, and type those up based on modules. So I just have an ongoing Google Doc of review basically for what I've missed on multiple choice and just things that I really want to stick. So that's how I'm studying. For R1 through R5, I'm going to take 2 days for each of those R sections to complete all the sims and sort of like read through and review all the notes in the book for those sections. And then for R6 through R8, since there just aren't as many and it's not as heavily of tested sections, I'm only taking 1 day for sims for each of R6 through R8, if that makes any sense. And then after that, I will be taking 3 mock exams over the span of like a week, and having like days in between, obviously, of reviewing. And then I'll have my actual exam, and that's how I'm studying. So that's how I'm going about it. And I'm definitely probably gonna just keep the same, depending on how this goes, obviously, with the test. I'm gonna probably keep the same studying method, just because this is what I feel like I am most motivated for. Like I like know I have to sit down and do it, but I like knowing like completing 2 to 3 modules a day is very manageable for me, and with like doing YouTube and my podcast and stuff. So doing 2 to 3 modules a day and doing some reviewing every day, it's kind of what I like. And then having a whole set of time where I really just grind it out and do the sims, I think that's so much more beneficial than doing the sims as I go and then having to go back and review everything, because doing the sims in and of itself is review. It is late. I've like gotten distracted a few times. When we got home earlier, I had to get pictures and like Instagram story pictures and everything for the Kalia stuff as well, because all we got earlier was like in feed photos. And so I got those when I got home, and then I immediately like sat down and did this when I finished that. But now it's 1:40, so it's already pretty late.
Can't seem to get my head around why I left you.
I really want to get into a better routine now that I'm feeling better, because I feel like I just have been off my rocker the entire time I've been in Houston, just from allergies and being sick, and also just catching up on sleep from moving week. and I'm really just trying to get all of that sorted out. For my routine right now, just like with studying, and since I'm taking my exam in the middle of the day, I obviously don't want to do a lot of studying in the morning like I've already said, but my ideal situation would be waking up at like 7:30 and just doing my morning routine, going and working out, coming back home, eating breakfast or eating a second breakfast, and then starting my studying around like 10 or 10:30, and then taking a break at like lunch, and then continuing through like the rest of the afternoon until like 4 or 5 o'clock. That would be so ideal for me. But that's what I'm kind of aiming for the next like 2 weeks. But I'm gonna be gentle with myself because I'm getting back into my workout routine since I've been out of it. That's what I really want to get back into, because that's what my routine was before. But that's the update.
And no, I don't like to be the bad guy. You know I don't lie, I really miss you now. But I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire.
Okay everyone, it's 4:40. I did my last module, and the last one I did had like 62 multiple choice questions and like an hour lecture. And I should have just stopped like halfway through on the multiple choice questions, because I feel like I just started missing stuff because I was like so mentally checked out. I decided tomorrow was just gonna be like my fresh start with getting in the routine I want to be in. I figured tomorrow would be a better first start because tomorrow would more reflect the routine I wanted to do with working out in the morning instead of in the afternoon. I'm excited for tomorrow because I feel like it can be a fresh start in figuring out this new routine.
Just to get it back, I don't know how it feels to.
Okay guys, it's a lot later. I just body showered, cleaned up dinner earlier, and I FaceTimed and caught up with my friend Megan because I haven't talked to her in forever. And then talked to on the phone with my mom for a little bit. And I meal planned for next week, like what we're gonna make for our dinners. Then placed a HEB pickup grocery order. So this is my second time doing that, and we're loving that so far. But I really wanted to show y'all my overnight oats recipe because it's like my favorite thing ever right now. It's like literally what I have for breakfast every morning. I can't remember the last time I didn't have it for breakfast because it's just the best. So I'm just gonna do a half cup of rolled oats. And these are like protein overnight oats. So this is like perfect if you're just like someone who's rushed in the mornings, or you're working out in the morning like I'm planning on doing, like trying to get into a routine with. So it's just really quick and easy. It's just so nice when your breakfast is just like ready for you in the morning. Then you do a half cup of almond milk. I just use this unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And then roughly 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. Dannon Light and Fit. This is the vanilla Greek yogurt from them. And I just like very roughly do the 2 tablespoons for that. So then you're going to do, this is like the key ingredient, is sugar-free, fat-free vanilla jello. But lately what I've been loving is the vanilla jello, and I do about anywhere from like 1/3 to 1/4 of a packet. And it just makes the consistency like more like thick and not as like watery, and the oats soak up the milk and stuff so much better. And then I'm loving this protein lately. This is the JS Health and Fit On collaboration, I think, of the cookies and cream protein and probiotics protein. This is a vegan, soy-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free protein, and I really love it. And I actually really like this. I haven't had it on its own, like with almond milk or anything. I've just been having it in my overnight oats, and I do half a scoop in the overnight oats. This is a cookies and cream flavor. This protein's really, really good, and I normally like can't stand most vegan proteins, and I'm really liking this one, but I'm trying it out for a couple weeks before deciding if I want to work with them. But it's like the perfect thing for my protein oats, but you could use like chocolate protein if you have that too. And then you just mix this all up and then put either dark chocolate chips or cacao nibs in it. And I suggest doing that just to add another texture into it that's like more crunchy. It's ready to go for the next day, and just really make sure you stir it good so that like the protein and the pudding mix gets like evenly distributed, but it takes the flavor and the texture to just like a whole other level. I definitely want to try like a chocolate jello powder with peanut butter powder in it, maybe instead of the protein powder. So yeah, once it's all stirred, you just cover it and throw it in the fridge, and it's ready in the morning.
Be someone you love, and it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down.
Okay everyone, I'm heading off to the gym. It's the next morning. It's like 9:10. definitely getting a later start with the workout than I intended, but it's totally okay. I'm like not worried about it. And I am wearing this top from like Princess Polly, I think, maybe Misguided. And then I'm wearing my Set Active, like brownish colored sets, and it's like the more workout material instead of the ribbed material. I need to fix my microphone because it's coming off from dropping my camera yesterday. But anyways, I got up at like 7:45 or 8, took Ella on a walk, and then came back upstairs, did my 5-minute journal, ate my breakfast, and then I did some yoga right here. I did like a yoga with Adrian morning stretch situation, just to get my muscles warmed up, and then I did some hip mobility stretches. I'm leaving this out because Griffin has to do it for his back. But wearing my Converse because I'm gonna do legs today, which I do not have energy for legs at all right now, but it's like next in my rotation because I haven't worked out in like a week and a half. Yeah, let's go, and we gotta get back into this routine. It's so wild to me that this was so easy for me and it came so natural and easy to just get up, like do my morning and then go to the gym during grad school, but my routine was like a lot more solidified then. And it's like inspiring to for me to like look back on that time when I like really had that routine down, and it was super easy for me to just get up and go to the gym because I built that habit and I got in a routine of doing that. So I know I'm capable of it, but getting started again is so hard. Okay guys, I'm back from the apartment gym. It is so hard to stay like motivated and want to go to the gym for an apartment gym for me. I don't know why, like what it is, but I hate not having like everything. Like I'm able to do my like leg and hamstring workout because I have a Smith machine, but like I'd rather not use a Smith machine here. But I'm just thankful to have an apartment gym nonetheless, and glad that I can go to it, and I'm very thankful that we have one. So just trying to root my feelings and gratitude instead of getting upset about what I am not using. But we don't talk enough about how freaking hard and tough it is to get yourself back into like an old routine that you used to have in an entirely new setting and in a new lifestyle. Because I'm sitting here trying to like have this routine that I had during grad school and go to the gym like right when I wake up and everything. I know this is my first morning doing it, and adhere to that. And it's just like so tough when you fell out of routine and you're having to get back into it and you're in like an entirely different environment and everything. Like I feel like this would be a lot easier. Like say I fell off my routine while I was in grad school and I was trying to get back in routine. I feel like if I was still in like Tuscaloosa and in the same setting and the same lifestyle, it'd be a lot easier to just jump back into it. But being in like a totally new city, place, having an apartment gym instead of a regular gym, and you know, just being in a new lifestyle, it makes things like 10 times harder to like get into an old routine because you beat yourself up so much more about it not being an easy adjustment. But you have to give yourself grace and be like, okay, I'm in a new place, new setting, new lifestyle, so much has changed. It's gonna take time to get back into it, and it's not gonna like come easy. It's not gonna be enjoyable at first, but have to stick through for 3 weeks, and then it'll be habits, and then it'll be routine again. So there's your motivation for the day. But it's 10:25. I went ahead and just responded to some DMs because I just haven't responded to any for a couple days. As miserable as it felt like getting into the gym and being in the gym, I feel a lot better now, and like my mind just feels so much more like clear, and I feel so good that it's like not even noon and I already have that done. So we love that.
So start the music, kill the silence. Pour a drink and let my mind rest. 'Cause I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it.
Okay guys, I just showered and sat down at my desk. It's 10:50 and I just made a little yogurt bowl with cacao, coconuts, and toasted coconut granola and strawberries. And I made my coffee, which I'm so excited for. I've been loving hot coffee lately, even though it's 100 degrees outside, super humid. I'm like, you know what? That's just what I want, and it's hitting the spot lately, so that's what I've been making instead of drinking. I don't know, I just got tired of iced coffee in like the weirdest way. Like I love drinking it from other places, but having it at home, it's hard to make it the same unless I make it with espresso on my espresso machine.
Don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down, down, down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone.
Finished doing a module over there, eating some leftover just noodles with butter and nutritional yeast and pepper. And I wanted to show you all this before I forgot, but about a week ago I got these candles in the mail from Sid's on Etsy. I just wanted to find like small ones to use as like decor and like not really ever light them. And I love the little cube ones. I just love the texture and shape that they provide for the space, and I just think it looks good on top of the coffee table looks. And I finally figured out what to do right here. I wanted it to be super just clean. I did not want this space cluttered at all. So instead of like having these 3 books in the living room, I put these like above the toilet as like a, you know, toilet reading, but like nobody's actually gonna use them for that. But they're like coffee table style books, but originally I had them in the shelf of the TV stand, so instead I just put them in here so there weren't so many in the TV stand, because I didn't want to overload of books to where there were like 5 sitting in the TV stand and then 3 on the table. So this looks a lot better. And then this candle's also from Sid's, and it's like this really pretty green color, and it's like a clamshell, and I just thought it was like the perfect pop of color in the bathroom with the books, and the green kind of just goes with like the whole spa theme of like having all black and white and then like the green fake plant. But I love the clam one. It just like makes me think of the beach and home. So, and it just the coolest way to provide dimension and shape in an apartment with candles that you don't, and I'm not gonna ever light them. So also, I meant to tell you all yesterday, but I reserved a P.O. box for myself, and I'm so excited about it, and I'm really excited to like share the address with y'all. And I haven't like physically gone and provided like the filled out form and my forms of or my ID for like verification, but I have like paid and reserved one. So I'm really excited about that, because now I can like have y'all send me stuff from your small businesses, which I will put that on screen if I end up getting it before this vlog is exported, and I'll also like keep it in the description box as like it'll always be in the description box. So yeah, if y'all ever want to send me anything, be sure to do that. I would love to see it, and I love like connecting with you all that way. So definitely check that out. And I think I'm actually going to, while I have time before I need to leave, I think I might go ahead and print that form and fill it out and get my forms of identification ready, so that I can actually just go ahead and get that done at the post office today while I'm out, so I don't have to make a separate trip for it later.
And it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize.
All right, I am home from the store and running a bunch of errands. It really only took me like an hour and a half to go to the post office, get my P.O. box finally set up, which I did get set up. So go check that last clip for the address, and then it'll be in the description box as well. And that was like super quick and seamless. It took like 10 or 15 minutes. And then I went to Trader Joe's, grabbed like the 4 things we needed, and then went to H-E-B and picked up our groceries. And yeah, now it's a bit later. I'm about to finish up my last module for the day for the CPA. I just have one more 40-minute module left, I think, and like 20-ish, 25 questions maybe. So I'm gonna do those. But I don't know if I showed these in a previous vlog, but they're like literally the best thing to exist. Griff and I both are obsessed with them. They're vegan oatmeal chocolate chip cookies with coconut. Might not sound good to anybody, but they literally taste like a regular cookie, and you could easily make these at home, honestly. And I love like having just like one of these after dinner when I want something sweet, and they are so phenomenal. Like seriously, so good. And we keep them in the fridge because they just taste better cold for some reason.
Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow.
Hi guys, it's later, and we decided to go get some froyo, and we ended up just going to Menchie's. There's like a ton of like really cool dessert places and stuff we want to try, but a lot of them are like a good 15-20 minute drive, or you know, they were already closed, like that kind of thing. So we just went to a Menchie's. The sunset was so pretty, y'all just saw that, but we just got home. I'm honestly just gonna like lay in bed and read. I'm reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm really enjoying it. It's like a fantasy style book, not something I normally read, but I love like finding good books and genres I don't normally read, because they kind of get me more inclined to try more from the genre. But one of my good friends is reading the series, or she's already read all of it, and she was like, you have to read it. So that's what I've been reading. And I really want to read Shoe Dog. and that be like my nonfiction that I read at the same time and just read some of it in like the morning, because it sounds like my cup of tea. But those are like my book updates, I guess. But I've been in like a really funky mood since like dinner. I've just been kind of like sad. I don't know why. I think I'm just still processing the change of being here. Knowing that classes would be starting in like less than a week is kind of like weird for me. And it's not that I like wish I was there. It's just that there are sad emotions in processing change. Like, just because something changes and it's great doesn't mean that like the change is gonna make you feel great. Does that make sense? So I don't know, I'm feeling funky. I feel like a little homesick, like I miss like the beach and my family, and I'm just burnt out on studying, and like I miss all my friends, but I'm like grateful for like the people I do have here. And I just get frustrated because 6 days a week I'm studying my butt off, and then my one day that I'm off, it just goes by so quickly, so it just like makes me sad. And like I'm like, I miss how like just more simple things seemed in undergrad and grad school. And I think just like processing the whole change of like college being a thing of the past and just getting over all of that is a lot for me. Because it's kind of starting to sink in a little bit now. It still doesn't feel like fully real that like this is my place and everything, but don't let anybody tell you how you can and can't feel whenever you're going through big life changes, because everyone's going to feel differently. And it's going to be really easy for some people. It's going to be really hard for some people. It may take some people a day to get acclimated, and it may take people a week, a month, a year. Like, everybody's different. And I think just accepting that I'm growing up, I'm an adult, like, yeah, I'm not old, but I'm growing up, and that just in and of itself is exciting. It's scary, and it's also kind of sad when you finish college. So just saying how I feel right now, but I'm gonna make some tea, I think. I don't know, I'm kind of full right now, so definitely gonna drink some water, because frozen yogurt always makes me so thirsty. And I'm just gonna read and chill in bed. I didn't read that much last night because I ended up getting like really tired really early. So if I like don't have a formal outro, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it, and turn on post notifications, and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing. Check out my PO box and send me something if you want to. It would mean the world. I'm so excited to see, like, I know a few of y'all already who are going to be sending me stuff through your small businesses, so I'm super excited about that and excited to share them and everything. But I love y'all. Stay tuned for future videos, and thank you so much for the support and just love in general overall. Good night.